Yo, what is going on, boys? It's your boy, DLE Rye, coming at you with a little bit of a channel update. I'm just talking about some updates that we have for the channel, as well as updates, major updates, and overhauls to our tournament system. For a little bit of context and background, this month our contract with Padia has expired. They were an amazing sponsor. Love them, love what they do, love their message, love what they gave us the ability to do with our community, and they have been absolutely awesome. So we had talks with them to re-up our sponsorship, which they did. They want to re-up their the sponsorship with us. It does, however, come with a few more restrictions than we had previously, which makes sense. We were giving away almost $3,000 through Padia a month, which is fantastic for the DLE community. But at the end of the day, is not something that you could, do for an extended period of time. And we've been doing that for 6 months now without, running into financial problems with the sponsor company. So to make sure that Padia doesn't run out of money, and to make sure that DLE can continue working with Padia and we don't grow too big for them, as it were, they have put in a few more restrictions on the sponsorship itself, which will affect the tournament scene. Now, we have a couple of ideas rummaging around in our heads in terms of how we want to conduct tournaments in the future. And due to some of the new clauses in our new contract, we're going to be trying a couple of different formats out before we officially pick one of the tournament formats. This is going to be the tournament format that we will try out for the remainder of the month of June. So again, I want to stress that these are not necessarily permanent changes that we'll be doing right away, but they will be changes that we will be trying out as we go into this post-ban list season. And once we kind of figure out and see what fits well with the DLE tournament structure and what works well with Padia, that will be the permanent structure. So the structure that we'll be trying out for the rest of June is this. We are going to be changing up main phase. Main phase will become a single elimination best of one, which it currently is. However, one major difference will be top four will be a top four and top two. So finals will be a best of three with no deck submission. You can play whatever you want, but you can change up your deck once you get to top four to try and ease up on the coin flippiness of the tournament finals. We're doing this because we can no longer host 2 tournaments a day. That was just a little bit too much to keep doing for an extended period of time. So we're going to reel that back into only 1 tournament a day, with still providing 1 tournament per day. That's kind of the goal with the main phases. We also are going to be changing up the prize structuring that we have available. We are going to change it up. We're still going to have the leaderboards. Leaderboards are still a cash prize bounty. Depending on where you finish on the leaderboards, you still earn points and money for that. In addition to that, top 16 players will get a new system we're called the ticket system, the battle phase ticket system. First place of the tournament will end up getting 2, while top 16, everyone will get 1 if you reach top 16. And you can redeem these tickets to enter into the weekly $100 battle phase that will happen every single Saturday on the weekend. Now, this just to confirm, this does mean that main phase itself will no longer offer that $30 prize, but it will still be that single elimination best of one tournament. Just now, when you reach top 4, you'll get the best of 3, and then you'll still earn points, so you could potentially earn money on the leaderboards, and you'll be earning an entry to an invite-only battle phase, which we will talk about. Boom, right here. Battle phase, best of 3, single elimination with deck submission, $100 prize, invite only now. So you must compete in main phase, and you must get top 16 plus in order to enter into the battle phases. This will help incentivize people to actually play in the individual main phase tournaments and then show up for one big tournament at the end of the week, while also, if you win tickets earlier in the week, you could potentially use it in a later battle phase. If you can't reach, that week's battle phase, maybe you can join next week's battle phase or something like that. This is an experimental format. This is something I've been wanting to try for a while. With our original format, and this contract change just kind of gives us an opportunity to try these changes, at least until the end of this month. After the month is over, we may experiment with other formats, unless this format just everyone ends up liking right away. I'm not really sure, but we will be kind of messing around with other formats once we get proper data on this one here. Other than that, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, what about damage step? What about master duel? Due to restrictions on the new contract and having to scale back a little bit, damage step is in an indefinite hiatus, and master duel tournaments are unfortunately also in an indefinite hiatus until we can figure out further funding for the tournaments. DLE is always looking for sponsorship opportunities, and we're always hunting for sponsorship opportunities. You guys know the saying, as I get sponsors and I grow, I want the community to grow alongside with me and offer more and more cash-based tournaments for you guys. So, if you guys know anyone that's sponsoring, hey, let them know. We're looking. But in the meantime, large prize pool tournaments, $500 tournament damage steps, as well as all Master Duel tournaments are on break until we can kind of figure out the later stuff that we want to do, as well as figure out what format changes we want to make going into the new Paydia contract that we have offered. Now, obviously, having only one tournament a day versus 2 tournaments a day, and really only having that one big tournament at the end of the week rather than having like a monthly $500 tournament, there are also, I'm going to have more free time in terms of the channel. So, with that free time, of course, we'll be streaming the tournaments over on Twitch. If you're not following us on Twitch, twitch.tv/DLE Yugioh, make sure to follow there. I also really want to get back into the Yu-Gi-Oh scene. If you guys are in the Discord, you probably saw a while ago, I was looking for a YouTube editor. It didn't quite pan out for what I was looking for. I had a lot of amazing applicants, but I just couldn't find exactly what I was looking for. So I think I'm going to just take a more direct hand in YouTube. Probably sometime starting this month, you'll probably see more uploads and more casual content from me on the YouTube channel. We're kind of more the hardcore competitive esports type things happening over on the Twitch channel. So keep an eye out for that. If you're a casual viewer of DLE and you just enjoy kind of the old classic videos that we had, you're going to see a lot more of that coming back to the channel. So for you, this would be a positive, a massive positive change, because I have more free time to make that type of content for you now. So there you go. And that's about all I have. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. I don't usually answer a whole bunch of questions on YouTube, but for this video specifically, since it's a massive overhaul of our tournament systems, I will take time to read every single comment and reply to the ones that are relevant, or any questions relevant to the tournament scene, or anything that changes in our content structure. I do want to stress again that we're still on great terms with Paydia. This is simply just our old contract expired, and they were more than happy to work with us again, but they did have to put in some restrictions. Otherwise, they would go bankrupt, and I don't want them to go bankrupt. I want them to continue sponsoring us for an extended period of time. So as they grow, we can grow alongside them. And again, if you're not a big fan of this new tournament structure, if you're a player and you don't think it's really going to work out for you, we do have other tournament structures that we would like to use. Just for right now, we want to try this structure before we go on and try the other ones. Specifically because we did host a couple of double tournaments this month, and we want to honor all of those double tournaments. Just so we want to give those opportunities to players who want to instead enter to the $100 battle phases to convert their earnings into that, or simply cash out. Please just keep that in mind. That's it from me. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.